crying because I tears. You called him toothless. You called yo. There's so much yo. The breakdown is so epic, yo.
His face like he was. Yeah.
Yo, I love it, yo. One more time for Yaz, yo. Yaz is a freaking yo. She, come on, man. You gotta love Yaz when she does those epic breakdowns. But I do want to. But before we get into a little bit of Peacemaker, I definitely want to talk about some of the stuff that Yaz was talking about. So Yaz, basically, and all of us where we watched it. This episode, it broke some barriers. Like, we have been safely inside of these spaceships, inside of these worlds, and all of the aliens as of thus far, Deuce, have been basically contained at the best of their ability, right? They've been in at least a ship, or maybe a little I don't know, you want to call them a lab or whatever. But this is the first episode in which we get Jurassic World, aka Alien Earth. You know right. Now the lysine hasn't worked. It hasn't killed off the velociraptors, and now they're in the woods. They're out of the mansion, and they're living amongst us now. As of this point, Deuce, they're still on the island, right?
Yeah.
But what has been established now, and you tell me what you think about this too, is now we see what the plot lines are. This is a battle between 2 of the 5 companies, right? This is between Prodigy and Chad, help me out. Yep. And so we have Morrow representing
Weyland-Yutani.
Say it again. Hold on. Say it again.
Weyland-Yutani is a
Weyland-Yutani. Okay, sorry. My bad, bro. Look, man, I read subtitles when I watch shit. Okay, it ain't got none. So he's like, wait, I'm like, what? I'm trying to read the. I'm like, let me put the closed caption. So Weyland-Yutani and all that on it. So now we see where it's going. Okay, and isn't this so ironic that this is honestly a really realistic plot? Like, if the world goes down, it's going to be because 2 rich motherfuckers or a bunch of rich fuckers were willing to put all of those in.
Apple, Meta,
links,
Amazon.
Tesla,
Amazon,
Starlink, shit, Disney Plus. They done took over everything. Goddamn! Look, look, bro. I would not be surprised if I get a letter from my mortgage company and they're like, "Oh, you are now owned by Disney Plus." Like, hold on, man, you own my house? So, like, what do we do with this information? Ed, you've been a little quiet throughout this. What do you think about where we are now? Is this going to actually? How is this going to bode? We've got a toy pet velociraptor alien xenomorph who's in the woods, basically looking like he got looking like Cash Buddy. You looking like you freaking baby. Like, hey man, y'all told me to pull up. You know what I'm saying? I just want to know, probably you want to pull up on Charles. You know what I'm saying? As soon as we've done this, we finish, and then he goes up into the woods. What are we doing? What are you doing, Ant? Talk to me.
Well, most of us are reading the chat, the private chat. That's what most of us is doing. I would love to help not spoil it for some of us that may or may not have perused this particular episode.
He is not going to remember when he rewatches this finally.
Yo, wait a minute. Hold up, man. And are you? Wait a minute.
You're not.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm sorry, Ann. I'm glad you had me on mute this whole time, bro. I'm glad.
Hold up, man. Dude, I'm so mad. I'm embarrassed you did this in front of company. We got company. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me chat. Chat. You see, Ed was sitting there making all these faces. This nigga wasn't even listening. He was on mute.
I have no idea.
My bad, bro.
That whole freaking 30-minute filibuster we just got from Yaz. Freaking Ed he just gave us his freaking. He was doing the little circle in the bottom of the screen at Sesame Street.
Oh, you don't say. What?
Yo, this ain't the first time either, Ed. Ed, we ain't gonna put you on blast. We ain't gonna put you on. Yeah, we ain't gonna put you on. Oh, is that what we doing now? We talking. Hey, one of these does not belong. Which one of these is it together? You know what I'm saying?
But I can copy off your test, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, you can look over my shoulder, homeboy, but we gonna fail the same. We both going to the same community college. Nah, but my question for you was like, how do you feel about where we are now? Don't jump ahead of us. All right. I think we're on. I think this is 6, 7.
The
end of this episode. Spoiler alert, real quick for those. The end of this episode, it ended with a free Velociraptor. All right. So where are you with this plot? With this plot line? Oh, now you're on mute. You know what? You know what? It is on vacation for real. He is really down there in Florida. His whole system is decided to just chirp out. He is messing up on Donald Trump's internet. They done found out about you. You going down next, Jimmy? Okay. Nah, let me stop. You gonna speak, man, or should we move on?
Oh, sorry.
Nah, don't say it. Ant gotta talk, man.
What we say about Peacemaker?
I was gonna say, let me save you, Ant.
Okay. All right. I'm picking up what you're putting down, Ant. Okay. All right. Well, then fine. Since Ant is on mute for the alien Earth conversation, Kira, then why don't you tell us? Do you like where we going? I'm gonna keep it real. Before you answer, I'm gonna tell you my opinion. I'm not sure. And let me make sure I say this too. Whenever I critique a show, a movie, I'm not critiquing the actor. I'm not talking about how I feel about you, Babu Cisse, or anybody that I love on the show who does phenomenal work. What I speak about is the plot lines, which typically is accountability for the writer staff. And I'm a little bit like, woo, okay, that's where we're going. Pet alien at your disposal, where you can basically make them do whatever you want. He's kind of like, okay, what? Am I going off? I don't, what?
I don't want no parts of what you're saying right now. I am heavily.
So I'm not making any. I'm alone in this.
I disagree.
So you disagree? Okay. You disagree.
Wholehearted.
Okay, then Pate, tell me, what is it that you think?
I am so sorry. You are talking like a baboon that is upside down.
Well, I don't. Please tell me.
You are making nothing make up sense.
Please, thank you. Please, thank you. Please.
What is it? So,
please tell us how you feel, please.
Okay, so everybody's stupid. We just gonna put that out there. Yes, everybody on this show, somebody's mama was also their sister. Just a titch, just a little bit.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Some got messed up in the download with the not synthetics, the
hybrids?
Oh god, the hybrids. Something got messed up with the hybrids on the download. There was some kind of corrupt file that nobody accounted for. Why are these kids this goddamn dumb for this fucking long? How is Wendy the only one that's smarter than everybody, including Boy Genius? Cut it out. Like, I get being intrigued and curious and wanting to find somebody that's smarter than you, but boo, could you be the smartest person in the room? Could you try? Could you do that for one moment? You ain't got to dumb it down in order to make shit happen and make your life more exciting, which is a thing that white people do. But I'm just saying, you could also just, try to protect yourself and not let the world can. But this show is still going in the direction that it needs to, because I still need to figure out how Prodigy is obliterated. And the way that this show is going, that is a logical conclusion to this entire scenario. Because they are not mentioned in any capacity in the movies going forward.
Valid point. Well, okay. We know why, because you got Boy Genius, okay, this kid who is like, dumb, super smart, but he can't wear shoes to a business meeting.
Now nasty.
And then he
I like that actually.
In his toes. Let's just and then I'm sorry, but you have hybrids. You took children's minds and put them into synthetic bodies, okay? But you can't afford a camera system for your motherfucking island? Or like, or like one of those, like, when the aliens how they have like little sensor things, like when they when the damn dinosaurs, like from Jurassic Park. Like, I'm sorry, but that technology in Jurassic Park is old as fuck, and they have gates and shit.
Wait! They have the fucking hybrids. They have the hybrids. You didn't put it on the fucking hybrids. Why didn't you? Are you fucking kidding? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you on some bullshit? You just peep us. This whole thing thing is a visualization of what happens when people got too much goddamn money. You have too much money and not enough people around you to tell you no. Beat that ass a little bit. He should. Okay, I'm not an advocate for violence on children at all in any way, shape, or form. However, he needed to be put in time out for an extended period of time. Like maybe,
yeah, maybe. I do not disagree with you. I mean, in one of these instances, I would say, it's okay to have, discipline your child. That child needs to be a little bit more disciplined.
Just hold them under the water until the bubbles stop for like 2 seconds. Just for 2 seconds.
I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far. Like a bell in the shower, you know what I'm saying? To like wake him up a little bit every now and then. You know what I'm saying? Look at these things.
You never know.
With you.
Okay, these are the two. These are the women. The only ones talking the ones without kids. I'm like, this is like I'm like, man, I ain't just doing that shit, man. You gonna get me locked up, man.
I feel like I've made a correct choice in my life. I'm happy.
Hey, I ain't gonna sit there and argue with you, man. You definitely on the right side. All right, so let me. All right, the point I'm making is okay. What? This is kind of comparable to He's kind of like Quan Chi. She's kind of like she's got this. This. Good. I mean, because the thing that I think should talk about, and you tell me, Deuce, if you feel the same way. I feel like Wendy is on a edge of not being the protagonist in this story. Like we've kind of heralded her as the superhero. Oh, she had a kid. She was going to die terminal. Oh, she's in the ball. She missed her brother. But now she is the conduit for the alien species. And she doesn't use it for us to to be friends. She's using him as a weapon. She's communicating with the alien and pointing her. She's pointing the xenomorph at her enemies. And here's the part. Let me get this last part out. And then Kira and then Deuce. Let me get this part out. The disturbing part about it is even though she gives folks ample warning that this is what is about to happen. Like, yo, look, hey, this ain't what you want. Remember the cleaner said to the entertainer, this ain't what you want. But then after they get their heads smashed in, their bodies mangled, the pieces of them flying all over the place, she has zero remorse. She has zero care. She literally, because you got to keep in mind, like some of these folks, just like her brother works for the same type of company. You know what I'm saying? Like she's killing people that are almost just like her brother. Simple employees. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I know you can compare them to Nazis, but she's killing them and she's just like, yo, I told you. So I don't know. She's borderline to me. There's a borderline between John Wick and Frank Castle. Okay, like you just gotta pick. Come on. What's up, Yes?
Okay, so to your point, you have to remember Wendy. Her whole mission and reason why she technically probably let go of the xenomorph is because her whole argument with Boy Genius and with everyone else was like they didn't ask to come here. She didn't ask, you know what I'm saying? Like they gave, like she was dying, you know what I'm saying? So, and like they gave her the ability to transfer her consciousness into a body that wasn't going to be dying. So you see what I'm saying? So like Wendy feels this type of connection with like, I didn't choose this. It was thrusted upon me. So she feels, you know what I'm saying? Like this for her baby kind of thing, you know what I'm saying? She feels that connection with it because it didn't choose to come here. It didn't choose to be born. It didn't choose to be locked up in like this scientific lab and be studied. And you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's where I think her consciousness with everything that she does when she warns you and she's like, hey, that's her humanity side of like, hey, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt here. You can run or you can find out the consequences. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, and her way of doing that, I think that's her way of like giving them the opportunity to make that choice. Like you have the choice, you chose not to, you run and found out. So I think that's why she doesn't feel any empathy when she sends the creature after people is because she's like, listen, y'all didn't have a choice, but I'm giving you a choice to run or to keep fucking around and finding out. And guess what? You're going to die if you fuck around and find out. So.
It's a good point. And you had a point. And then, Kira, I don't want to talk. well, and he's been.
I just had a question. Because we were talking about how like Prodigy doesn't exist in the films, and we don't really hear a lot about them. I had another question. When is the first time that we see an alien queen? Because one thing I kept trying to figure out is the origin of the alien queens, because we see aliens, where they come from. There's face huggers, they put them into humans, they burst out. So where do the queens come from? And I'm wondering if this show is going to answer that for us.
That's a good question.
That's a phenomenal question. Deuce? Well, yeah. Kira. You speak out, whoever want to speak out. I ain't going to.
Okay.
Deuce,
no, so what I was going to say too, like even to the point of like Wendy's mindset, you got to remember that first conversation that she had with Kirsch at the very, very beginning with the scorpion being trapped. Remember, like that was a whole moral dilemma for her, because at first she wanted to kill the scorpion because it scared her. But then, Kirsch kind of put in an idea. He was like, well, think how the scorpion must feel coming in this world, being trapped in this glass, looking at these so-called giants to him. Right. So in her, like that was like her early on message that she got before she got transferred over into her new synth body or hybrid body. And now that's kind of like, you got to think as a kid, you get one of those, like when you get one of those lessons early, you latch onto that lesson and that kind of becomes your identity until you start evolving into, other things. And I can see her looking at the alien. Got to think she saw that alien. She saw that xenomorph from a baby. And like, you know what I'm saying, to where it's at now. That's why my only gripe with this last episode was that they captured the new baby alien too fast, because I wanted to see the dynamic of she pretty much mothered this other xenomorph. Now we got this new xenomorph coming. How is that interaction? I really wanted to see that in that wild setting.
I have a question. I think I have a question. I know I have a question. I feel like several ways I could say this. I wonder if there's a link between the xenomorph that was hatched from her brother's lung. I wonder if there's some kind of a connection between his DNA with her. That's what's been bothering me. And I don't understand when she developed this power to communicate with these fucking aliens. There's been no like direct moment in time except for when she got murked up until she woke up. So I don't.
It was just like an idea that Boy Cavalier said, you can do this, so do it. And then she just did it. And it was like, they didn't. Yeah.
Right. Like it's weird. It's weird. So I'm wondering if the reason why Wendy does not give a fuck about nobody except for this alien and getting off this planet is because there is that genetic connection with the alien now.
Yeah. Interesting. And I was going to say last thing. Last thing I was going to say. The real interesting part of it is that prior to Wendy being able to communicate with the xenomorph, we've only seen Sigourney Weaver being able to do that, and hers wasn't the same way that Wendy is doing it. Like the way that it was more telepathic or like more of an understanding. So, like I said, right now is a lot that's up in the air about how to communicate with these xenomorphs.
Yeah, because I honestly was thinking like. Well, actually, remember, and so Sigourney Weaver, it was more, or as Yaz calls it, what is Sigourney?
Whatever, dude, that's a hard ass name.
She was impregnated. I mean, not impregnated, so to speak.
But yeah.
So she was like the mother, and so they were not fucking with her because she was one of them, so to speak, in a sense. This is a completely different instance. This is a chick who's not even human. Like she doesn't have any DNA. Like she is made of metal. She can be beaten. She can be beaten by acidic bugs that eat her from the outside. Like so. But correct me if I'm wrong. And I know Ant's got to get up out of here real quick. He getting flued somewhere else. I think it's Dubai this time. I don't know. He always out somewhere in the middle of the world. Where you at next? Tokyo? Where you at, man? Japan? Where you going next, man? Ghana? South Cape Town?
Going back to Brooklyn. Get me some good Chinese food and pizza.
Hey, watch out now. Hey, don't start. Because if you want to put up New York Chinese food versus St. Louis Chinese food.
Hold on. I'm glad you picked your battle. Don't say nothing about pizza.
I won't. No, even though emos got something to say, but y'all got this weird thing where you don't like pizza to be from a franchise. So I don't know. I'm gonna leave that alone. That's a whole other subject. But don't make that face. Don't make that face.
Right
Are you okay? Are you unwell?
Kira, let me pull up
What's going on with your strain? You got something contaminated in your shit, homie. What's going on? What it is?
Kira. Okay, Kira, you telling me if I pulled up to your, if I and I appeared in your apartment right now and said, let's order Domino's, you gonna be like, yeah, that's cool.
Hell no.
Thank you. If I said let's order pizza, you say that's cool. Marcos, thank you. Thank you.
And Domino's and Pizza Hut, they all have a place, right? If you only got $5 and you're hungry and you got to feed 3 people, I understand. Options are limited, right? But if you've got $10, why would you do that to yourself? Don't you?
That's
love
my
yourself?
point. Like if you in St. Louis, like you're gonna get Emo's Pizza, and you're not gonna feel bad about it because it's a St. Louis franchise.
Because y'all don't have New York pizza. Like if you don't have any other options, then that's what you have to do.
Boy, wait, don't do this.
We was call a xenomorph on your
worst case scenario. Go get you some Sparrow. Right? Like if you have to, go get some Sparrow.
Well, watch your back, bro. Shit, for the bullshit. Nah, but Ant, come on, tell me, man. Like, wasn't there an instance? Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't there an instance that Wendy started to, like, she was just talking about how Kirsch explained to Wendy, yo, look, you don't know how to. But I feel like there was, maybe it was when Nibs had her incident, but I feel like maybe it was when she had the interaction with the baby that we see right here in this scene. But there was an instance in which she flipped a little bit, right? Like she kind of just started to become more centric.
So Wendy's never really been with the program. It's just a lot of times her goals aligned with their goals, right? She's been controlling the cameras. She's been going on the internet. She's been pirating shit and not changing her VPN. She's been doing all sorts of shit out of pocket. So she's been on this since day one. And Boy Genius has just been like, yo, let her cook. I don't know if they know how to control her.
Right.
That's
the big
point.
And
there's a reason they only made one of her, because she's the only one like her, right? None of the other synths have the strength she has, the ability that she has. She killed a xenomorph by herself. The rest of them got cooked.
Yeah, and you got to remember, it's clear they clearly got sliders on all these synths. Like, so whatever they felt with her, they was like, yeah, turn that aggression down real quick. let's turn smarts down a little bit. Like they was definitely in the creator player. Like, all right, we gonna give them 63 in this statistical category because bro, we gave her 85 and she going crazy. We can't do nothing with that.
I love it. It like goes to the settings. Like, no, hold on, man. Let me go ahead and turn this down. It's like 45. Like she's a little too intelligent right now. What is that sass? Okay, let me get the sass down from 85 to like. So I love that, but yeah, that's also another thing. Like, very critical moment, and then we got to let Ant go. But I want Ant to get into our Peacemaker conversation. One of the most critical moments, in my opinion, or things that was said, was when she was sitting there. Okay, he was. How can I? What's right? All right. Well, remember when like? Okay. All right. Full disclosure, I forgot. I ain't gonna lie. I was trying to stall. I was trying to stall what I was trying to stall what I brought up.
Okay, bye.
The scene is it's because I had it in my mind. It was the scene where she was. Damn, I ain't gonna lie. It's gone, bro. It's gone.
Okay, cool.
It's completely gone. It left. It was a good one too. I ain't gonna lie. All right, yeah, I don't like Domino's.
This comment right here was the best. I had to put that on screen. This was gas.
I'm not advocating for Domino's, although I will get a flat crust Pizza Hut on a Friday night if my wife is out of town.
I used to work at Pizza Hut, so I can't do Pizza Hut no more.
Yeah, see? Oh, you used to work at Pizza Hut? Well, I bet you can tell us what's in the sauce. There's a lot of stuff going on right.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on.
Do better. Do better.
Yo, I swear. I tell y'all what, man. I literally can't remember. I'm gonna remember next week. But it was something to do with like where Wendy had to learn the difference between, like, because she doesn't understand that. Oh, that's what it was. I remember now. There's a very key moment. I remember. Yes. So the point I was making was there's a very key moment, and it happened in the room with Prodigy, or the boy genius, as she likes to call it, where she was listening to the Alien mixtape, where she's like, "Oh, we can," and then Prodigy turns to Curly and was like, "Can you hear what she's saying?" And she's like, "No," and he's like, "Oh." He's like, "Oh, this bitch special. I gotta keep this chick." You know what I'm saying? And so I think at that point, now the question is that because Wendy's special, or is it because she was the first? Because as far as I know, nothing was done different in Wendy's implementation than what was done with anybody else.
No, they made it sound like she's different.
They had to learn how to tinker with shit with Wendy.
Yes, I was
Wendy basically is like she can do whatever the fuck it is that she wants, because they didn't know how far anything was going to go. Like, this is the first successful mind to robot swap that they've done, because they've been fucking up this long. So they're like, all right, we just going to get you in here and to get it to be successful. Everybody else has been tinkered with, like, okay, we got to bring down your emotional level. We can't let you, puberty's a problem. They've been tinkering with all that type of shit. So Wendy's off the rails. She could do whatever she wants. All them other kids, which I think is why they're not quite as intelligent as Wendy is, they've got breaks and locks put in place for them. Which I guess that's why they also wiped out what's old girl's mind.
Nibs.
Nibs? Yeah. That's why they wiped out her mind. I was like, all right, well, we ain't gonna lose much if we fuck with her brain. Right. Let's just get rid of
that. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, I think it's a little bit more than that, because Wendy can go online. Like, she did some Ultron shit and started going into the cameras, started hacking into shit, and they can't really control her. Like, she does stuff that they can't do. Like, none of them got Wi-Fi. None of them got Wi-Fi. She's the only one combing through the system on some Ultron shit. So I really do think that Wendy was made uniquely different than the rest of the synths, and that they're examining her more as much as they're examining the aliens.
Yeah. Look at how the boy genius talk. He talks as if somebody who just got the money and the power to do it, and he does it without realizing. Like I said, it seems like he did it. Like, he was like, all right, let me because remember, he wants to somebody as intelligent as him to speak, to have a conversation with, or whatever the case, right? So you got to think, I'm gonna OP this person. I'm gonna give them, they're gonna be able to scour the internet for everything they need. They're gonna be able to get unlimited resources. They're gonna be able to do all this stuff. And then when he realizes, like, all right, wait, maybe that's a little bit too much, because he still also has a control problem. That's his Kirsch is like, who's really in charge, Kirsch or him? So I can see him having that moment with Wendy and be like, okay, wait, I did too much there. Let's figure this out. And the next batch of kids that we do, we can't give them as much as we gave Wendy, but this is still my test model. I still want this one to rock, so I can figure out how far it can go, what things we can do. But like I said, he's not thinking of the implications or even thinking the long term, because he doesn't put, like, as we said about the island, they don't have cameras on that island. They don't have, like, there's a lot of things that you can tell of that he probably just didn't think about, because all he's thinking about is the now. All right, I got the money, I got the people to do it. Let's do it now. Okay, now retroactive. Let's go back. All right, I fucked up there. Let's do this now. It seems like that's going to be his biggest downfall, is that he's not in far ahead enough.
So you're saying that the scientists were so focused on seeing if they could that they never stopped to see if they should.
Exactly.
To quote Ian Malcolm from Jurassic World. Like, come on. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I love the repackaged present, but let's not call it what it is. What's going on, Yazzie?
Okay, so like you're so right, Young Juice. Like, they've literally stated this multiple, like, kind of like in different segments of like the series so far. Wendy was the first, so she is special because they made her very different from the other kids. They used Wendy to make the other kids how they made them, and they wanted the other kids to go through the processes of like, being a child, developing, you know what I'm saying, those different emotions, and you know what I'm saying, like the puberty, and just going through those different stages of growing up, so that they could see how far that the mind can actually be pushed, you know what I'm saying, like how far the science that they literally have developed can go, and they didn't want to push it too far too soon. With Wendy, it was like you said, Boy Cavalier was like, hey, I'm impulsive. This worked. I want to see what Wendy can do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see her full potential. Like, what can we do with this body and this, you know, this creation that's hybrid now, that is also a human mind? You know, what lengths can that human being go to? And that's why Wendy is so different. And like they even the kids look at her different. She's the first, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all in how the verbiage they put around everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, Wendy has control, the other kids don't, you know what I'm saying? She can go places and do things, she can communicate. And I think, Kira, you're so right and hit on the nail. I totally didn't even remember that they birthed the freaking xenomorph from his kidney. When they took it out, they said, yep, your kidney did us a service. And it was how they made the xenomorph, which was absolutely mind-blowing and crazy. So yeah, that connection, you know what I'm saying? Like give it a thought. Vince, you're a parent. Young Deuce, are you a parent as well?
Don't remind me.
Okay. Whatever. You love your babies. Stop it. I do. Okay, like you got some cool ass kids. Stop it. All right, your kids are cool. So yeah. So when you first held your child, you felt that connection, that undeniable connection. This is my blood. This is my kin. Wendy has probably that connection with the xenomorph. If you really think about it, it's that, like, why are we connected? How are we connected? You know what I'm saying? It's like, and you got to think about it this way too. They were both born in that fucking lab. So they have even deeper connections now. You see what I'm saying? Like, they both have experienced, you know what I'm saying? Like we were one way, a certain way, and then someone made us another. So they have that, I don't know, that undeniable, it's a weird connection that they share on so many different levels. So you have to think about it. It's the humanity side, it's the instinct side, and it's that, you know what I'm saying? It's that bond that undeniable bond of kin that you can't. So that xenomorph, it will follow Wendy to the ends of the fucking earth, because it feels like that is his family. Like,
and I was going to say just one last point. Is that we're seeing the cycle start again, because you see that even with the Oculus, he immediately is like, well, we got to put it in a human. Oh, wait, I know exactly who to put it in through. And again, not even thinking like so he's going to do the same thing again. But that's going to be an even bigger threat, because there's literally going to be no way he can control that. Like, that's
no. And the crazy part is we actually got to see the eye take over a human being inside of the ship when the ship crashed. So we got the full-on fledged see. And boy Cavalier, boy genius, he is not fucking ready for any of this. That's what's so bad about him and his character. And I think he's the biggest antagonist in this entire, like, this series. It's Boy Cavalier, because he will not give the fucking aliens back. Oh, because we have a 6-month fucking quarantine period. Sorry, you know, sorry, you know. And you have to think about everything he has done has led to a worse fucking consequence. Literally everything.
Hold on. I got this for you. He wanted to find somebody that was smarter than him. It's the fucking aliens.
I know, but that's what the problem is. That's what the fucking scary problem is. And he's so stupid, he doesn't realize it. And he's like, let's put it inside of a brain. A stupid person. That way I can see how he literally said it. So he literally is this show's antagonist. It is Boy Cavalier. He doesn't realize his genius is making him so motherfucking stupid with his gullibility of, I want to learn, I want to know. Dude, that thing has escaped and murdered people. It's murdered animals. Like, the animal was so smart, it literally like hit the glass and trapped the boy in, and he wants to have a fucking conversation with that shit. Motherfucker, you need to put that thing back where it came from.
Wait, can we talk about how it did the next 3 digits of fucking pi and took a shit as the 2? Can we talk about that? I was like, wait, are you gonna stop your foot? No, this nigga took a dump. How? Now,
and
stop.
Laughed about it. He was cracking up. He was going.
That was what. I never in my life. Never.
I missed that, and I missed that fucking. Oh, dude, Morrow got captured. Can we even go back? Can we go back to how like Kirsch shows up and he drops the container and goes, "Finders keepers. No one likes a sore loser." Yo, that was so fun. Like their back and forth is just, it's so gas. Like it's just like they have this charisma that is undeniably great. And then he was like, "Okay, well, give me what's ours, boys. Let's go." And he was like, "Oh well." He's like, it's not going to end here. We'll see. Capture his ass, and they just packed him just like straight up and like captured him. Like incredible, fucking incredible.
Is there any?
Now Morrow's captured on the island. You have to think about this. Our last episode, Morrow is now a captor. Okay, he's also a fucking like really intelligent robot that's also a human being. Okay, like he's that type. All right, so he's on a different level than everyone else. One, he knows all of the information about every single one of these motherfucking creatures. He knows what they do, how they hurt people, what they hurt. And he knows how to obviously get them free. So this last episode, I'm telling you, we are going to be hanging on by our fucking coattails, wondering how he escapes.
Wait, hold on. Can we also delve a little bit into how Kirsch is doing job security for himself? He's not doing this shit. Just fucking boy jeans the fuck over there. He ain't doing that shit. Also, I really hope this happens. I want Morrow's consciousness to be downloaded into Kirsch. I need this to happen.
What?
So much. I need this.
Then it'll be unstoppable.
That's fine. But that's fine.
Kirsch and Morrow.
I need that.
They doing the fusion dance?
Yes!
Yo, I'm wearing the Dragon Ball right now, yo, that was fire.
I love it. Not to get you. Okay, I don't know. Let's see what Ant got to say. Ant, you want to see Morrow spliced with with a little bit of Kirsch,
combined with
a sprinkle of nibs.
I want to see them fight.
Oh yes. Can we keep it real? Yeah. Who's winning that fight? Deuce?
Honestly, the one who got the claws in his hands, right?
Morrow.
Wolverine.
Based off of what we see,
he does have that fucking that blade come out of his hand, yo.
We haven't seen Kirsch in action. We don't know. We haven't. So that's like, if we going off of what we seen, we got to go Morrow. We got to go Morrow.
And Kirsch don't feel no pain, bro. Remember what he said on the elevator? He's like, "Oh, the funny thing about you cyborgs is you still got that little human in you. Like, so when I get you down and I'm taking that eyeball out your head, you know what I'm saying? Like, you still feel that little human shit." And he's like, "Yeah, well, when I kill the Synths, it's kind of, it's kind of fun because, they die. They don't even feel the pain or whatever." Like that whole conversation that Deuce spoke to him about was completely nuts. But I think I'm going with Kirsch on this one, bro. I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
Kirsch is almost like an android. He's like Data spliced with Spock, right?
Okay.
Like he's got the android intellect, but he also has no emotion. He's not tied to whatever his body emotes, right? So he does what's logical. Keep in mind, he sat there and watched on his ring cam all of the shit that was going on in the lab, everything that was going on with Toodles. Like he knew all of that, and he didn't flinch. He's sitting there watching the Lamb of God beat his head into the freaking.
And also, Boy Capital, he was like, "Is everything good?" He's like, "We good, bro."
Yeah, I'm saying everything cool, bro. Yeah, know what I'm saying? Pass the Dutch. So for me, Morrow still talks about his daughter. He still has visions of his old life. He still has emotions. He still knows how to put together a coherent thought that can titilize. I said it, SAT words, do your research. A young man who's still in his adolescence. So that to me says that he can be tricked, as he was in this episode where he got bested trying to come out like he was Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Secret Black Ops, and he got met by Kirsch, who was watching the whole time. So in my mind, that is the exact same thing that's going to happen to Kirsch and
Morrow.
Morrow. That's gonna be my new signal for like help me out, brother. I can't remember what his name is. Morrow and Kirsch, that is the exact way that it would play out. Morrow will have emotions, he'll try to do his best, but that human side will always supersede the element of Android, the metallic aspect of him, and that's where Kirsch, unfortunately, as Data, would beat Spock any day.
That's a solid assessment. I ain't even gonna hold you.
That is a solid assessment, 100%. Okay, so this comment just sparked so much thoughts into my mind. All right, so I'm about to blow you guys with what I just like thought up. What if now Morrow is captured if they put the fucking eyeball in Morrow?
Okay, all right. Let me add on to this.
Oh, what the fuck? Because he's still human. Remember, he is still fucking human, and he's a cyborg. So just think about if they put it. Oh,
Callow, I like where you're going, but hear me out. Hear me out. I have been watching this eye. All right, I've been watching this eye, and this eye moves very, 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 very deliberately.
Yeah.
Okay. The eye didn't want to be in the little glass case it was in. He found himself into a goat or a lamb or a sheep. But my opinion is that this eye is now seeking for higher intelligence to
communicate,
to as they would say assimilate, like the Borg would do, right? Because remember, he fought the xenomorph.
He's not looking for not just a higher state of being. He's looking for an apex predator.
Yep, he is.
It's not just it's so it's going to be a human, but I don't think it's going to be Morrow, because he's not. Because he has all those.
I don't think that you're wrong, obviously, but I do think that the eye is not just looking for the biggest arms and teeth. I think the eye is looking for
I didn't say that.
You said predator.
I did.
Apex predator, though.
An apex predator does not necessarily need to be somebody with the biggest, baddest teeth. It's somebody that could be strategic and exacting, and so it's not the boy genius, because that's where I was going.
That's where I was going. I was going. He's got. Let me explain to you why. Let me explain to you why I think he's going to be the boy genius.
Okay.
The boy genius is yet to find. He's yet to find somebody that can match his level of intellect. He's not able to have that conversation that he wants, that this whole thing is supposedly about, right? And in my mind, that means that he's on another level. At least he thinks he is intellectually. Now, what is our so cute little eyeball lurking about? He's trying to, everybody that he inhabits is smarter and smarter and smarter, right? Everybody that he inhabits gets smarter and smarter. Come on, don't face me, Ant. Come on, man. Come with the receipt.
He tried to get into a xenomorph, but he just didn't have an eye.
He did.
That doesn't mean that it's xenomorph. Not the xenomorph ain't no hope. They be lurking in the ceiling and shit. Like these xenomorphs ain't no little.
But they don't have an eye. There was no way for him to get in.
It's in their
problem.
Yeah.
So what, however, pray tell, is over everything that's happening right now? Who's Kirsch's boss? What ship are they on? What island are they on? Who owns all of the species in that laboratory? Who is running this big ass company that I can't pronounce that Deuce keeps telling me is? Who is making it so hard for them to get a hold of their own product? Who is the most conniving yet most devious intellectual on this show? It's Boy Genius. If Boy Genius fucks around and merges with Alien Eyeball,
it's not him.
I don't think it's him.
Just based on the fact that the company doesn't exist pretty much after this time period, it's not him.
Yeah,
I think what I would go for if I'm the alien, I'm hitching a ride on Morrow.
Yep.
And then I'm going for Yutani.
Yep.
Then I'm going.
I think they can just call Uber and just jump in the eyeball. Like it's not Uber. Like they don't.
Nah.
I
think he's gonna go for a synth. because he tried to go for a
it's gonna
scent
be
the very
Same.
first
I think it's
time.
gonna be Kirsch.
Wendy makes the most sense. Wendy makes the most sense.
Nah, I think he's
can
gonna choose
see-
one of the kids. I think he's gonna go for one of the kids. I think
What-
honestly, I think it's either going to be Smiley or Smee, or it's gonna be one of the two. Only because of the fact that, like, remember, it's not because of the intelligence level. They're the most gullible children. You have to remember. So, and then the one, you see what I'm saying? Like, out of all the kids, they're the ones that are like, you know what I'm saying, not and the little nibs as well. So those three. I mean, Toodles is dead. So I mean, we can't we can't use Toodles because he's dead right now.
The only flaw in that is that they're not human.
But
their
they have
body,
consciousness, though.
But their bodies aren't
the
human.
lamb is not
It's
human.
Organic matter for them, for the thing to hitch to. It has to be.
It has to be. Yeah.
I thought that, but again, like I said, they remember it tried to get the girl.
I think it's just gonna prioritize whatever body is the most capable.
Yeah, it tried to get her, and it, so to me, that's why I was thinking like we really don't know the rules of this
Doing good, man.
of this Theoculus, really. We can't, and so that's why I think like it could still be a synth. And the kind of your guys' point, the way I look at it is this: Boy Cavalier has been antagonizing this eye for how many episodes, right? I can see it, and it's obviously intelligent. So I can see it going into like I said, a different synth, Kirsch or somebody, just so he can tell them, "Hey, man, you ain't as smart as you think you is, G." Like I get like, you know what I'm saying? Because like, you know, he obviously when he took the shit, that was him mocking him. So I can see. So I like he's gonna look for more opportunities to be like, "Hey, you keep on talking all this intelligence. I'm here to let you know you really dumb as shit." You know, and so I'm thinking, I can see him going in Kirsch to be like, and Kirsch is really more smarter than you, bro. Like, listen, I'm all intelligent. I got all this, so that's where I'm leaning into.
Last question, real quick, and then we can delve into. Hold on, do you have a driver? Did you just hop in a limo? Did you just hop in? Are you have a car? There's Mr. Fitness, Farnsworth Bentley in the front seat right now. Like, what the fuck going on down? Did you just hop in? Oh man, you got an Uber. Yo, you know, all right, let me give you the dispensary for Fort Lauderdale. It's on Commercial Drive. Let me stop. There's no dispensaries down there, but my homeboy Ron is on West Commerce. I'm gonna send you his address. He don't take cash, Apple Pay only. Real quick, what was, and I swear this is the last thing, and then we can. This is the penultimate. This is the penultimate episode, right?
Penultimate, yes.
It's very pentimate. So there's one more. So that means that the finale.
What the fuck?
And finale watch party.
He's got to catch up in order for us to have a fucking watch party.
Oh, God damn it! How you gonna do this shit?
What the fuck? He's got to watch all like 8 episodes in order for us to have a watch party.
Go ahead, speak for yourself, bro. Come on, you on blast.
I'm only behind one episode, and I'm about to watch it now.
You about to watch it in the Uber?
Week, man. Nah, I'm gonna watch it on the plane, but it's been a busy week, man. I've been watching The Lowdown. I've been super fun. It's been a busy week. I've been watching movies. I got the new Kanye West documentary I'm supposed to be watching. It's a lot going on.
Yeah, man. Did you get? I mean, side note, the Denzel movie. Did you watch?
Yeah, I saw it twice.
Hello.
Okay, we'll talk about that later. But okay, all right. Last question. What do you think was the lamb, or whatever you want to call them,
sheep
purpose of knocking down, of locking old boy in that? Like, what was the objective here?
To get free.
But it didn't work.
I got it. Though.
How does that work?
It did get him out, because as long as he had a body that they had to come retrieve, he knew he can then have another opportunity to get free.
So also, you have to think about too, the specific animal that you trapped him in with, the fly, they literally, like I said, they digest their food on the outside of their body, so that stuff can break down. You see what I'm saying? If he would have shot it possibly on the floor, it could have burned through the floor. It could have burned through, you know what I'm saying? Like that cage, you know what I'm saying, that they had them trapped in. There was some way that it could have potentially would have gotten him out. You see what I'm saying? Because he was right next door. And you saw where Toodles died, and he's just staring at him like, God damn it, that didn't fucking work, you motherfucker. You were supposed to help me. Like, you saw him staring, like, super pissed that he just did this shit, and now this body is not able for him to use. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you could tell that there was, like, he was trying to use, you know what I'm saying, like, the fly to get himself out. Obviously, he didn't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know how much this creature knows about the other creatures is another thing too. You know what I'm saying? He's very observant. So he could have, you know, watched it throw up at some point, you know what I'm saying? And be like, if I get that thing to throw up on my, you know, on the glass or something, you know what I'm saying? Or like on the bars that hold us together, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe I can use that to wiggle, because he's got like these tentacle ass fucking feet, so he could wiggle out. And I'm just saying that thing is dumb and smart. But this comment really quickly, I just have to I have to say this really quickly. Tricia, if the eyeball goes into Arthur's wife, that will be fucking terrifying. And that is a great analysis. I'm just saying, because she technically is on the similar level of smart as the boy genius. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's altering all of his, you know, products and his, you know, his children. So that's damn. I didn't even think about that one.
She's also strategic, because she told that motherfucker yes when the husband said no.
Yep.
So. 100%.
And that's kind of messed up. What I mean, that couple of them being like, she's like, you know, he did it. She's like, I don't know, and like, I don't know if we've ever put our wives in a situation like that where they like have to like that. I don't know what that nigga be doing. Like, he gone, man. Shit. Like,
also, if the T.I. goes into the what, that's they're gonna have the most tragic story in Alien. They died by two separate alien species the worst way.
That's studying. They were studying.
Right. That's a horrible love story.
Can we give somebody give me the director and the writer of this episode's name so we can give them some flowers for preserving the integrity and the lore of Alien with the bouncing out of the alien of the chest the same way it did in the very original Alien without an S. That's freaked me out as a child, that made me afraid of white blood. Like, I remember seeing the freaking white blood as a kid. Do you remember when the freaking alien he got his head snapped off? Like, I was like 5, and I was freaking seeing like the android got his head snapped backwards in the freaking original Alien. So to see Noah white blood, what is it?
Noah Hawley.
Noah Hawley. That's the writer.
That's the creator. He's the creator
of this episode because I know every episode is.
He's the showrunner. He's the showrunner.
Okay. You know, every series, you know, sometimes the writers, directors, they switch it up throughout the episodes and all that. So I thought that was dope. But as you all are looking that up, and we will give flowers to the writers.
I got it. Dana Gonzalez.
I was gonna say it's Dana Gonzalez. So like
Dana Gonzalez.
It's actually Dana Gonzalez.
We got to shout out the writers, otherwise they'll strike. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta give them some love. Otherwise, you know, we gotta go into the 6 months and can't do a podcast, or else you're viewed as a scab and shit. So please, writers, thank you so much for doing your thing.